Bonjour, it's Haley with the Multi-Empo Report. Let's talk first about the Central Pacific. Notice this thing out here, 86 CP. I don't know what to make of this one. I don't know if this is a real storm. I'll just throw that out there. Actually, it wouldn't be a storm, it would be a disturbance. Because sometimes I notice that testing type data shows up in things. So that might be what that is. Because on the Central Pacific Hurricane Center website, for one, it's completely out of season. It doesn't start until June. So January would be a little bit out of season, wouldn't be, I mean, it could happen. But there's nothing on the Central Pacific Hurricane Center's website about there being any kind of chance with that. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that. So let's jump on over to here where we've got Tropical Depression 08F as per Fiji's Meteorological Service, and then JTWC, Joint Typhoon Warning Center, just calling that a medium chance of tropical cyclone formation. So the JTWC has not acknowledged this one as a storm yet. However, this thing not supposed to, not supposed to get very intense. Right, and then we've got Narelle, who has made the extra tropical transition. The JTWC has issued the last warning about that. I frankly have no idea how long the Bureau of Meteorology covers storms after they've gone extra tropical, so that'll be a learning experience. And then these two different circles are, because one is the JTWC, so the JTWC has this as a medium chance of tropical cyclone formation in the next 24 hours. The Bureau of Meteorology has it as a low chance currently, and then a moderate the next day, and moderate the day after that. Now, the Bureau of Meteorology has backed off somewhat because they had it as, I believe, originally Wednesday was supposed to be a high chance of tropical cyclone formation. So while the JTWC has increased theirs, basically the Bureau of Meteorology has backed off on their predictions. So, and then we have, what is this officially? Tropical Depression, Emang. So Emang not supposed to get too strong, the equivalent of a tropical storm as per that. Now, with model data, whether these islands are going to be affected in the future or not, that's still way out there in the future. I've seen models where, it turns into a fairly potent storm and models where it just completely falls apart. So, speaking of models, let's see if we can start this over from scratch. So what I want to talk about, if it reloads. Okay, there we go. This is the medium/low chance. So originally with the GFS, this also is the GFS model, but the GFS run from several days ago, they showed this thing turning into this huge tropical cyclone and making landfall there. Then, I believe it was yesterday, they showed it, staying away from land, but becoming a fairly potent storm, so that could still, cause, the outer bands of it could still be a problem, and of course cause dangerous surf conditions and swells and stuff like that. But now the GFS is kind of, backed off on what it's thinking this thing is going to turn into, because it kind of looks like a tiny storm that never really picks up. And then this thing over here, whenever the loop restarts, doesn't look like it really turns into much of anything. By the time it starts, this is wind speeds, that's what the colors are. So like right here, when it gets really intense looking, I think that'd technically be an extra tropical cyclone. And if I remember correctly, extra tropical just means not tropical. It has nothing to do with whether it was tropical in the first place, as I understand it. But anyway, because generally in a tropical cyclone type situation, you see the winds or whatnot wrapped really tightly around that center of circulation. So if you follow like the innermost circle, it's not too impressive because it's all out to the side. So it doesn't really look like a cyclone. Also, the sea surface temperatures, I'm sure past here-ish, get really cold and would not be supportive of a tropical cyclone. Right, so that is what is happening around the world. So we've got this thing over here, 86 CP. Is it a real thing or not? It's probably not, especially if it's got enough. It's probably a test. It's a test piece of data. Then Tropical Depression 08, Fiji, then this thing, then Narelle, then Emang. So that is what is happening in the land of tropical cyclones. What's happening in the world of severe thunderstorms? Nothing. At least in the US, I should say. In the US land of severe thunderstorms. I'm about to say severe tropical cyclones. Yes, it's true, there are no tropical cyclones over land at the moment. Well, out in the water, for that matter, since it is winter for the Northern Hemisphere. The warning that is in effect is a flash flood warning in Mississippi. So that is what's going on, or not going on, as the case may be. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of the screencast. WikiWix is WICKEDWX.com. Cyclocane is CYCLOCANE.com. Let's turn on another one. That is it for today. Hopefully you are staying safe out there.